Are you sure about that? Can I help you? Hi. She seems tired, doesn't she?
They're looking to the 13th astral moon.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Hey. Hey.
Yo, is that Monster High?
It's
Or
Monster Prom. Another game. So.
And you should wanna watch Flo play those games. You can check out her channel at
Twitch.tv/Nightrevenge.
Mm.
Anyways. Whew, I knew we took the right path. Who said we can't road trip all by ourselves? Liam did, I think. I think that was perhaps a rhetorical question. Whoa, dude, didn't see you there. What's up? The sky, last time I checked. It better be. It'd be very confusing otherwise. Hello, Night Warrior. Very true. Is this your crib? It is indeed. Welcome to the Wayfarer's Inn. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? Polly Geist and the goodest of boys, Scott Howell.
Yo, Scott.
This guy. I like that answer. And together we are the Prank Masters. With a Z. Woo! Pleasure to meet you. I'm your humble innkeeper. Awesome. What drinks do you serve? Ooh, yeah. We're in desperate need of some booze. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I don't serve booze. What? Why? The age rating system is quite harsh on such things. And I've got to keep this place open somehow. I feel you. We've all got some burdens to carry. What else have you got? Magical beverages that can enhance your abilities. It's even rumored they might influence your fate. Whoa, that's so cool, dude. Like an influencer, but for fate. A fate influencer. That would go so hard on Momentagram.
What's a Momentagram? It's pretty hard here. We gotta be cool, so we gotta be like, it goes hard, pretty hard here as well.
Bet!
Didn't know we were serving icy over here.
Inky, please influence our fate before I get bored. I'm feeling incredibly depleted from this weird as fuck trip. Sounds like you're in dire need of some stamina. Though I think you could use a bit stronger than usual. Dope. Give me your strongest potion. Technically, never mind. Hello, hello.
Strength.
Well, we can get her a silent owl, a sailor's courage, a southern brawler.
Well, what would go in theme with a poltergeist?
A poltergoose?
Polypoltergeist.
You enjoy that DMR?
I'm assuming he's talking about the rifle in Halo. So you say it's not the Silent Owl.
Oh yeah, you're right. So sailor's courage
Or the Southern Bro.
or the southern brawler.
Sailor's Courage. There's poltergeists on ships and sailors and whatnot. Pretty sure you have to use a flower of some sort. Oh, you did Southern Brawlers. Oh, no.
Wait.
Yeah, you did a Southern Brawler.
Outstanding. I was just feeding Andu. You love a Southern Brawler.
And now you put one more into agility. And then you get the Sailor's Courage. Ta-da!
Ta-da! What?
It's just funny because there's not a hand here now. So now you just like magically undo. It's just like glowy eyes.
They know. A funky drink for a funky gal. Let's see. Whoa, this is so good. Very good. So good, I don't even miss the booze. Well, maybe a little bit. I'll take that as a compliment. Try this, Scott. Woo, that tickles. Just like pickle juice. So, Scott Howell, would you like a drink as well? Nah. But you could tell us where we are and what cool things we can check out around here. You're in Zenith, in the Republic of Fasoa. Are you lost? Nope, at least not as long as we're having a blast. You do seem slightly out of this world, though. Oh, maybe you're onto something, potion seller. I'm not... You know, we were road tripping, supposed to be the trip of our lives, when something weird happened. We were about to take the next turn at a crossroads and then whoosh! A portal opened up, and I couldn't hit the brakes in time. Yeah, we drove straight through and ended up on a gravel road. Everything seemed different and dated. So dated. Dated? Duh. I've seen and done plenty of weird stuff, but this is a different kind of weird. So
Ayo.
weird. No cars, only carriages and stuff. Cars? Yes.
Do you mean carts?
Kinda. More like carriages, but without the horsies. I'm afraid I've got no clue what you're talking about. I don't think cars exist here, Scott. Now it makes sense that my phone has no signal either. What makes sense? We landed in the past. Whoa, does that mean we time traveled? Yeah. That's so cool. I doubt time travel is possible. It sounds more like you participated in inter-universal travel. Which is rare, but it happens occasionally. Wait. So what you're saying is we are super special and lucky to have participated in such an event? Likely.
I want to see.
Dope.
Scott and Clay sit down together.
This is a sign, Scott. The universe sent us here to wreak havoc. Ah, woo! The prank masters will strike again soon, after a nap. Can we take a nap, Polly? Good idea. Hey, funky magic mystery pal, you better get to writing that tour guide. I'll see what I can do. Good. Do you have a room for us? Of course. I got a room upstairs. Just ignore the scratching sound and leaking water by the iron door. Don't worry, we've seen worse than that. We've got plenty of experience with sea monsters. Always hyped to meet more. See you in a bit and keep. Come on, Scott, let's hit the sheets.
Hey, yo.
Maybe I should add some do not enter signs. Hello. Glad to see you, Baya. Thank you for having me. Now that... Is your friend's dispute still ailing you? Still so lonely. Lonely, lonely. I came to ask, have you sent someone to help my friends? I did, actually. You did? Yes, I sent Fable and Aura to solve the dispute. Oh! Then let's hope they'll be friends again soon, so we can have tea parties again.
Tea.
And I can stop being lonely.
You really like going to...
At least people are visiting my spa. That's good. Thank you for handing out my coupons.
Coupons.
Did I hear spa? Yes. Doesn't that sound like something, Scott? Woo! I love spa things. Now, are you our tour guide, sweet bog creature? Tour guide. Do you want to visit my spa? These two are Polygeist and Scott Howe. They're currently looking for entertainment and a way back home, but entertainment first, obviously. It's getting incredibly boring here. No offense, funky magic mystery pal. None taken. Where is your home? In a portal or something. Yeah, we came through a portal, which in itself is pretty rad. But we've had the medieval tavern experience and all. It was good while it lasted, but it's time to move on. Move on to my spa?
You have one-track mind.
Something like that. Which makes me think, Baya, do you think you could help them find a way back home? Of course. You can do that. But first, you have to visit my spa. Nothing easier than that. I'm in need of a facial anyways. The air here is so dry. My bog water is especially moisturizing. Wait. Does that mean we get to go skinny dipping in some hot springs? Oh yes, absolutely. My hot springs are the best. Cool. So a pit stop at your spa and then a road trip back home. You joining us for the ride, sweet bog creature? Please say yes. We'll see. I'll first show you the portal and my spa. If you bring them to the portal, you can take a ride with them through it. Might help you with your loneliness. You think so? Yes. No one's lonely on a ride with the prank masters. I'll think about it. Which portal do you want to take? The one through Avalon, full of dreams and forests? Or the one through the Twilight Chasm, a place full of dread and weird fishies? Ooh, the Twilight Chasm sounds spooky. I love spooky. I love dreams. They're so weird. Like that one dream I had where I was my own dad. Where should I lead them, innkeeper?
A trip through the Nightmare Realm sure sounds fun.
Nightmares? Heck yeah. Haven't had one of those in a while. Sounds dope. Make sure you don't lose your minds, though. No promises. Can't wait to show you my mud masks. Can't wait to show you the world, sweet bog creature. My name is Baya. Then let's hit the road, Baya. Enjoy your trip and safe travels. Goodbye, potion seller. See ya. Ah, goodbye, innkeeper. They're kidnapping my sweet Baya.
She'll be fine.
I'm glad Baya could find a little comfort in those peculiar visitors, at least. Do you think that means then that Baya is in Monster Prom?
Maybe in like the second one or something. Because I know they have like 2 or 3 games.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to hear the story she'll tell when she gets back.
Huh.
Wow. Alright.
I mean, that was an interlude, so... I mean, woohoo! We cleared another night.
Come hell or high water, the 17th of Astral Moon. Nah. Ah, hello, not Stella. Good evening, innkeeper.
Grace.
Good evening, Grace. Could I ask you for a drink? Anytime. What can I get for you? I'm pretty spent. Do you have something that will keep my mind awake for a little longer? I should have something that can do just that. One moment. A mind drink. For the brain. We got a silent owl. A peak sunrise. Or a sparking nebula.
I haven't done a Sparky Nebula in a minute.
One sparkling nebula. We're going. A drink for the mind and soul. Enjoy. Thank you. This is just what I needed. Why are you still so tired? I thought you were done with your thesis. I am, which also means I need to figure out what to do next. The possibilities are endless, but not boundless, so considerations are a complicated endeavor. Have you considered a break? I have. Say, innkeeper, if you had forever, what would you do with it? I never thought about that before. I like being an innkeeper, so I could just keep doing this forever. It's relaxing and safe, and I get to meet the most wonderful people and wizards all day. Forever is a really long time. Isn't there anything else you would like to do?
Guess what came out last week?
I know, a DLC.
Road trip.
Love to go on a road trip. Really? Where to? Anywhere, really. See the world, the forest, the seas. Stop by each of the 5 inner planners portals and see what all the hype is about. Would you go through? I'm not sure. I was thinking more about having a picnic and a conversation nearby. Maybe in a nap. I could rate them by which fruits grow around them. Now you're making me curious. Will you send me your studies? You'll be the first to know. What would you do with immortality? We learn everything there is to learn. Every language, instrument, skill, and facet of mortal existence. I would travel the plains with my brother and learn even more. Have an infinite amount of tea parties. I'd come to those. When we were little, Hex would always make all the stuffed animals dance around our little tea table. We didn't have money for music boxes, so we just made up songs for them to dance to. He sang them to me. If I had the time, I would love to write down all those songs and invent dances for them. You should make time for that. It's your time, after all. And besides, while you don't have forever, you do have quite a lot. An elven lifespan is nothing to scoff at, even if you only get half. Not if you get the human side of... Not if you got the human side of the lifespan. Oh, that's less time. It is, but I'll make the most of it. What will you do next, then? I'm not sure yet. I was thinking about going to Ashfidel, the capital of the Magagracy. I heard the libraries there are 60 stories tall, and rivers flow through the sky in an exuberant display of mana. Sounds like paradise for someone like you. Yes, but Pax really wants to stay here. He likes Visoa, Zenith, the Eshin Grove. I think he likes how quiet it is, if you would believe it. I don't think he'd like the bustle of it all. You could just go without him. There's a Christian embassy in Zoford. Their teleportation is expensive, but reliable. I don't think he wants to go back to Zoford either, and I won't make him. He could teleport himself then. He really shouldn't. It's quite a long distance, and he's always been awful at teleportation.
Seems like you're making up a lot of excuses.
He could take a ship. I appreciate the effort, but I don't think a ship would help make the distance acceptable to him. He's always going to follow me, no matter where I go. I think he doesn't want to miss out on any adventures, or celebrations, or funerals. You can just tell him you want to go alone. But then he'd be alone too. Just talk to him, Grace. I don't want to spend our time together fighting. I just don't want him to spend it mourning me either. Oh. You should tell him that. He'll have enough time to mourn you when you're gone. He'll miss you when you're dead. Unlike life that never ends. I suppose you're right. I'd like to leave something he can remember me by. Maybe I'll build my own wizard tower. Please do. I love those. What do we unlock, huh? She's a half-elf, but she inherited the human lifespan, while Hex inherited the elven one. Grace is always reminded of her mortality, and it scares her. She doesn't want to take breaks because she feels that would waste her precious time. She also doesn't like how Hex tries to shelter her. Wait, what was that? Oh, these are just,
quests that haven't been taken.
Well, they have been taken, but they're not completed yet. Did you hear about the one in Morlia near Dalwell? The one with the infamous Magro-Christian fugitive? The very same. It seems that its wizard has disappeared without a trace, leaving the tower vacant. I've always wanted to stop by for tea, but I don't want to be rude and intrusive, so I haven't. I wonder what he left behind. I'm sure it's a collection of fascinations and impossibilities. Couldn't you just teleport in to check? You can't exactly teleport in and out of a well-protected place as all willy-nilly. We might end up trapped on a whole other plane. We might. Maybe that's what happened to the wizard. Maybe. No one seems to know what happened to him, or who he even was. And no one seems interested in finding out, either. Isn't that sad? A little. You okay?
What happened to the small guy with this?
Of what?
I'm analyzing things.
Mm.
We have a little pet dragon in the background.
I don't want to disappear like that. You won't. I'll tell your story for as long as I'm around. How long is that? For long as this world will bear me. You are very easy to bear. Thank you, Grace. Would you like to stay a little while?
Stay a while and listen.
I find you're truly inspiring. I'll be here if you need a rubber duck. I'm counting on it. A lullaby.
Hey, it's Fable.
Hiya, innkeeper. Hiya, you two. A drink, please. Or two, actually. Sure thing. Actually, what name are we on right now? Well, Aura is still fine. Come on, that was a whole week ago. I was busy. Want to come up with a new one now, then? Can I come up with one? Sure. How about Kumo? I feel like you look like a Kumo. It fits.
He is just as stealthy as a spider, as soft as a cloud. He is just as stealthy as a spider.
And just as cute.
He blushes.
I'll take your word for it. Our drinks. Can we get them now? Of course. What would you like? Something sweet. Bubbly, maybe. If you find something like that. You know. Sure. I'll see if I can find the words you're looking for.
So charisma.
Man, are we gonna get the spoken heart again? Because that's all this motherfucker gets. Could 2,000 wins. I feel like all I've given him is spoken heart since day one.
Maybe it's an achievement. Just give him. Well, I want to say we've given him something else for battle.
Maybe. What do you think, Ninja? Spoken heart, sunny breeze, 1,000 winds.
I'm partial to the sunny breeze for him because both will give him charisma to speak and intellect to come up with the words he wants.
Fair. We need one of these.
Not that one. That'll minus intelligence.
No, it's fine.
Okay. I guess it is.
Because if you notice, Ninja,
3 and 2 and 3.
the image of it has the feather in it.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
In where?
That's a feather.
Oh, the picture image. I was looking at the like spell or the concoction.
One sunny breeze. Liquid charisma for those in need. Maybe you should try it then. Do you want to send it back? No. It's good. Glad to hear that. Fable, what can I get you? Maybe something that will make me feel like I could lift 1,000 clouds. Like I've got the strength of a dragon. Or something like that. Carlin always says it's pretty tasty. I see. Carolyn special then. So Southern Brawler.
No, I'm like, I feel like that's just the Southern Brawler.
Sailor's Courage. Yeah, let's just do this one. What you doing?
Forgot we had these. Oh, these are actually good for a while. Lovely. I know, so I'd hit that. Okay, that's your new co-host.
She's stealing your scent. It's okay.
I gotta go curl up in my new seat.
A regular's favorite for another regular. Thank you. It's delicious as usual. That's what I like to hear. Kenya. You do what I had to do. I had to pull up another chair.
I'll just lift her up.
Will you hold her like a babu?
Maybe. I like the new hair, by the way. I like the new hair.
Oh, you do? Thank you. It looks really nice, right? Kumo braided it for me. He helped me calm down after we encountered the Mary Morgan. But I should probably start at the beginning, right? I'd appreciate that. Alright, so what happened at the beginning? The ship to Boreas? Right. I was a bit worried about the journey we were embarking on. After all, the seas around Boreas are famously hard to traverse, with all the wild magic around it and all. But just before we left Zenith, we ran into Una in the midst of an arm wrestling match, unlike Iniko. We took the opportunity to ask her for advice. Thought maybe she had traveled there before. You could have also asked me. She was closer. Right. Did she have any good advice? She did. With her help, we were able to avoid all of the dangerous maelstrom, sea stacks, and iceberg elements. That must have made for a very relaxing journey. It did. It was very inspiring, too. We were able to see the dancing, colorful auroras in the night sky as we drew closer. They were starless, but still breathtakingly gorgeous. I even started on a new song. It wasn't ready to be shared yet, though. I just wanted a sneak peek. Well, you should have snuck better. A new song. Can I hear it? It's not done yet. Thanks to Uno, we made it to Boreas a lot faster than we had planned. We also docked far away from the typical explorer's route. It was completely abandoned by everything but nature, as if no one but us had been there before. Kind of exciting. Very adventurous for sure. As we headed inland, we were quickly swallowed by the fog that engulfs almost the entire island. It moved in strange patterns, creating unidentifiable forms within the mist that hungered for life. The thickets rustled as we walked by, whether moved by wind or by creature, we couldn't tell. The trees were shaped strangely, with shimmering portals forming in their empty husks. Our own quiet breaths were often interrupted by shrill shrieking sounds that seemed to come from right above us. Boop. It was almost idyllic. Or scary. It was mostly scary. I would have minded strolling around until we ran into something roaming the island, but it was a little cold, so I found a local to ask for directions. While wandering around, we came across a clearing surrounded by trees. Or rather, one tree. All of them were connected, intertwined with one another. Through one of their twisted connections, a waterfall with no discernible origin was flowing into a small pond. Oh, baby. Quick, Ninja, your seat. And in the midst rested a nymph, a real nymph.
A
Doing
nymph? What?
taxes? She was weaving flower crowns for the fish. She was beautiful, with long black hair and skin that glistened in the sunlight after sunlight being reflected off the waterfall. Her eyes were like sparkling gemstone and her smile was full of kindness. She was alright, but also the only person around. So Fable asked her for directions. No, Fable asked her about everything but directions. I asked her for directions. She was very helpful. She even gave us a gift.
False. The guy asking for directions? Never.
A gift? That's sweet. She gave us earplugs against the Banshee song, so our bones wouldn't shatter. Very helpful. Did you offer to write her a jingle in return? I did. She said if we were to survive the encounter with the Banshee, I could come back and she'd think of what she'd need a jingle for. She was thinking about setting up a dragonfly exhibition, so maybe for that. Who was she even advertised to? Frogs? And toads. The Banshee was our first priority. So we stealthily made our way to the Lonesome Lagoon with earplugs in our ear. We mostly walked and talked about our favorite dragonflies. As we finally approached the Lonesome Lagoon, the thick mist enveloped us. It suddenly became so cold we could see our own ragged breaths. And then we heard it. A song filled with all the sorrow of the world, it compressed into a single note. It sounded really nice. There was so much emotion in the song. Sadness, longing, yearning, anger. We wanted to be polite and wait until she was done singing, but she just kept going, like tears that wouldn't stop. So I decided to be a little rude, stepped forward, and said hello. They said, "Hello, Banshee, I really like your song." That confused the Banshee so much that she stopped. She smiled, bearing a row of deadly sharp teeth. She was very nice, actually. She asked if we wanted to steal from her lagoon. When we said no, she invited us to sing along. Did you? Of course. It was kind of fun. It was. And I thought, what better time to bring up the Mary Morgan but now? So I led with, I bet you do this with your girlfriend all the time, right? She suddenly looked at me with hatred and anger and then just started screaming. I was very thankful for the earplugs at that moment. I think without them, my bones might have melted. That was our cue to leave, so I pulled Fable back into the thickest of the Borean forest. Obviously, we couldn't just leave it at that failure, so we looked around for a peace offering. We found some spiky pink fruits with a pattern of little ghost tortoises on them. We thought she might like them. She liked them enough to stop screaming at us, and we sat down at the side of the lagoon to talk. It's beautiful, by the way. Right in the middle is the giant portal to the Twilight Chasm. It colors the water this deep, dark blue with swirling clouds of darkness within. There are bones floating in the lagoon, too. I almost brought one for your tavern.
Why didn't you?
I thought you wouldn't like it. I love bones. I'll keep that in mind for the future. The Banshee actually fished out some bones to fidget with. It stopped her from screaming every time she brought up the Mary Morgan. Or Marmor, as she calls her.
Marmor.
Turns out the Mary Morgan had been ignoring all of her calls ever since the Banshee was crowned Gaia's scariest monsters by Screech Magazine. She told us it carved a hole in their relationship, that it caused a lot of jealousy.
Yeah?
How does the music sound to you? Does it sound like crunchy and distorted? Yeah, your sound's fine. You hear it though, right? Maybe my headset's dying.
When was the last time you charged it?
It charges every night.
Is yours fine now?
I don't know, Ninja. I don't have my headphones.
Is that one fine?
Mm-hmm.
Is that better, Explode?
It is. Just trying to figure out how her legs are. Just fucking. How are you sitting, cat? Anyways. And she was disappointed that Mary Morgan cared more about some stupid popularity contest than her. We asked her if she wanted to talk about it with the Mary Morgan herself, but she said she didn't need to apologize for being scary. She was very thankful she got to talk about it, though. She was holding it all in because she didn't want to burden Baya with all the drama. She even offered for us to spend the night at her nearby cave, which was really nice of her. Did you end up taking a nap at her lair? We thought about it, but it was filled to the brim with the riches of the dead, which was far too alluring to allow us to fall to that call of sleep. You found loot? You have my attention. What did you find? Gold, bones, skulls, jewels of all sizes. And a lute! It was broken, but I picked it up anyways.
Yo, can we have that?
There was also a delicate silver mirror that had hearts carved all over it. Kumo recognized it as magical from its arcane markings. Melina showed me them in some book the other day. When the wizard and Zoford showed us around his library, it was a mirror of far speech. It lets you speak to anyone on this plane, given that you've seen them before. So you called Melly? No, we called the Mary Morgan. Ah, that makes more sense. How'd it go? Oh, well, I had to be the one to make the call since Kumo had never met her. When her face appeared, all I could do was stare in horror as she gazed back at me. I felt like I was back in the Ashen Grove leading adventurers to their doom, and I just froze. So I took the mirror out of her hands. Her first words were threats of what she would do to us if we had dared to harm the Banshee. Of course we hadn't. That briefly calmed her down, until I asked her why she wasn't here if she was so worried about the Banshee's well-being. Avoiding the question, she instead talked to us about the state of the lagoon. She complained that it must be incredibly loud with all the tourists and whatnot. I assured her there were no tourists, at least none that were alive. So she asked what I was doing in the lair then. Honestly, I replied that the Banshee had to offer us a place to stay in her cave. I quickly realized that I had picked the wrong thing to say. Her eyes started bleeding black ichor, and
Ichor?
Ichor?
Ichor.
And she began cursing us out in tongues. The mirror cracked under her gaze and started bleeding black water. It was terrifying. And then we were just supposed to sleep there, as if she couldn't crawl out of the mirror any second. After that happened, I thought that we shouldn't discuss our further plans in the cave. So I pulled Fable outside and we went for a walk. The nymph had mentioned this enchanted flower field where she collects flowers for the fish. So we went there. Thought it might be a good spot. It was a good spot. Even though I couldn't stop shaking for a while. Though the flowers really helped. As did not being alone. Was that when Kumo braided your hair? It was, yes. My hair kept falling in my face and it was overwhelming me. So he sat me down and braided it away while I worked on rebuilding the lute. He said that some distraction would help. Talking also really helps. Even if I asked a lot of stupid questions. They weren't stupid, just curious. Did you have a favorite one? They asked where I learned to braid hair. That actually brought us further on our quest. How so? Well, I learned it from my mother. It's the only thing I feel I have left of her. It was her way of apologizing. She was never very good with words. It made me think, sometimes people aren't very direct with what they mean. I have heard of that, yes. Like the Mary Morgan. She didn't seem angry about the banshee outdoing her in some fear pageant. She didn't even mention it once. She only got upset when she thought we had hurt the banshee. Or when she thought we were tourists. Or when we said we were staying in that cave. Like she was jealous of something merely different from some issue of Screech magazine. We talked it through and decided we had to get the two of them to talk face to face. Obviously it would be difficult because of the distance, but I had taken the mirror with me when we left. Thought it might be useful. Ever the thief. Indeed, I used it to call Baya. I asked her to tell the Mary Morgan to come to Boreas. Fable mentioned she can teleport via plants, however that works. She can. You should try it out. It's nauseating. I think we'll pass. While I went to talk to the Banshee, Kumo picked up the Mary Morgan. She and I really connected on eyeliner techniques. When we arrived at the lagoon, they were immediately ready to claw at each other's throats. And not in a fun way. But somehow we managed to convince them to sit down. We tried to get them to talk about their feelings, but they just kept talking past and over and away from each other, arguing about an issue that didn't exist. So I had this crazy idea. I took out my new lute and asked them if they wanted to write a song together. They declined and insisted their voices would clash, but I thought at the very least I'd stop them from arguing. Kumo helped me convince them by summoning tiny rain clouds pitter-pattering in a gentle, melodic rhythm to inspire them to give it a try. We asked them to put all their emotions about the whole situation into a song. In the end, they harmonized together perfectly, like their voices were made for each other, and the gentle hum of my lute. It was beautiful, and a little bone-shattering, but very romantic. Most importantly, the song finally got them to understand each other. Like Kumo had suspected, the Mary Morgan was scared, not jealous, now that the Banshee was so popular. She feared the Banshee would become really busy with tourists visiting all the time. She assumed she wouldn't have time for her anymore. But the Banshee assured her she doesn't care about any of the tourists. Only about the Mary Morgan, and Baya, of course. We told them to talk to her, too. And mentioned how much she had been missing them. They agreed to meet for a tea party in the Ashen Grove, so Baya doesn't have to travel too far. Did you invite them to your barbecue? No. After the outpouring of emotions, they wanted some time for themselves. The quest was done. It had only taken us 2 days, which was really efficient. Unfortunately, we had told the ship to pick us up in 3 days, so we were trapped on the island. So you swam back? What? No. What's wrong with you? The usual. We started brainstorming about what we could do while we waited, so I asked about that cheesecake recipe, but then I realized there wasn't anywhere to bake it. They don't have any taverns in Boreas. What?
Sadness.
Yeah. It was a stupid idea. It wasn't. Somewhere on the island had to be something to bake a cheesecake in. Did you find something? We did, but it turned into its own small quest. First, we had to find the right place for our little adventure. We met these lovely gnomes living in their little mushroom houses, and they offered to let us use their ovens. But they were too small, so they introduced us to the local toad-tailed giant. Its kitchen was enormous, but it was easier to work in than one that was too small. Then the gnomes, the nymphs, and the giant helped us gather ingredients from all across the island, so we were able to make enough cheesecake for everyone. I burned mine a bit. But when we made the second batch for the ship's crew, they were already starting to turn out better. Kumo is a really good teacher. And you're a really good student. Thank you. The cake really lifted the crew's spirit on the journey back. We agreed to teach them the recipe once we hit land. Afterwards, they invited us to the captain's birthday party. They even introduced us to a traveling obelisk who sang us a song of the ancients. It showed us a shortcut through the Royalist mountain range where we met some flaming songbirds. And now you're here. And now we're here.
I'm glad you came back.
Of course we did. I promised a good story. And you delivered tenfold. Where are you two going next? I should probably talk to Melina. She was pretty mad when I left. I guess I should apologize while I still can. Good idea. Do you want me to come with you? No, I think I need to do this alone. Or rather, with her. And I had to check in on Rufus too. Maybe Hex taught her some fun magic tricks in the meantime. You left her with Hex? And with Grace? Don't worry, nothing was set on fire. I should go. But before I go, do you maybe want to do something together later today or tomorrow? Like a thing? Oh, like hanging out together? We could play charades with the werewolves.
I think he was hanging out after the date. So you were thinking doing Kumo? Let's wingman this. Think it's a date.
Did you... Maybe I did? Oh! So awkward. Okay, that sounds really fun.
It's just sock.
Cool, I'll pick you up, or I'll see you around, or whatever. I'll see you. I'm looking forward to it. Me too. He asked me on a date. He did. That's... Oh. What do I do now? Do you think Archie has books on dating? Or should I ask the Hydra for advice? It probably knows about dating, right? Archie is still on his quest. Also, I'm right here. You're right. What should I do?
Just go see where it takes you. That's my advice to anybody.
Or where he takes you. Hopefully somewhere nice. I do feel safe with him, so maybe I should try trusting this more. Mostly, I think you should just be honest with him. He seems to like you for who you are, so there's no need to hide.
What's that like?
That's the scary thing. Why does he feel that way? Because you are very lovely? People keep saying that. But sometimes I just feel a lot lovelier hiding, you know? To me it sounded like it's perhaps a bit too late for that. Sorry for listening in. You two were just very sweet. It's okay. I also thought it was very sweet. He was very sweet. But now that he's gone, I have time to think again. And I'm not sure if it was supposed to be that type of sweet anymore. Maybe he was just being nice. He asked you on a date because he was just being nice? Well, maybe he felt bad for me or something. Innkeeper, dear, I think Fable might be in need of another drink. Maybe something to untangle their thoughts. Something for a quick escape from all this overthinking. That sounds good. I'll see what I can do.
Please be all intellect. No. Just, or run away from their problems. Got it.
Swift strike it is.
An oldie but a goodie.
One swift strike coming right up. Does this help? Very much so, thank you. I feel like now I can uncurl the yarn ball that is my brain. What do you think I should do? What do you want to do? I want to go on our date, and I want to get to know him better. Maybe even get him to know me better, too. Do you think he would like that? I think so, yeah. It seems like you don't need our answers. You have yours already. Sometimes I just feel like I need permission to listen to my heart. Did you know you can give that permission to yourself? I forget that every time, but I know you're right. I think I know what to do now, somewhat. But I'll figure the rest out. Thank you for listening to me. I think sometimes that's all I really need when I'm scared. We got some new stuff on Fable. With their budding faith in themselves, they are beginning to enjoy new things instead of being terrified of them. They're learning how to play an instrument, performing songs, and naturally letting people close. This process will still take some time, but they've come a long way already. There's nothing wrong with being scared, as long as you don't run from the things that make you happy. You're right. It took me a while to realize that. Running is so easy, you know? You always know where to go. Away. But staying, you have to actually look at yourself, figure out what your part is and everything. That can be a lot. But when I was on the journey back from Boreas, dancing with Como to the music of the Navigator's fiddle, thinking about how I would have never gotten to that point if I hadn't put myself out there. I realized that life is so much more than a constant game of hide and seek from the things that truly mean something. And I decided to stop running from life, even if I'm scared. I want to do my best to face my problems. Even though it's terrifying, I know that I'm not alone. Is this still about Kumo? No. He was never a problem. He's one of the reasons I'm not alone. Just like you. With good friends by my side, I can do anything.
Can't see what, can't wait to see what you'll do.
It might not be as impressive as you hope, but it will be me, and I'm excited about that. Me too. I'm really proud of you, Fable. Thank you for everything, especially the great advice. That was really good advice. Maybe you should take some of it too, Grace. Maybe you should. But we all conquer life at our own pace. My personal next Goliath is going to be reapplying my lip gloss. And maybe some blush. I do feel a little pale. Can I borrow a mirror for a bit, innkeeper? Of course. There are some free rooms and mirrors upstairs, right next to the acorn chimes. Just ignore the doors with the do not enter signs. You should have said that. Now I want, or you shouldn't have said that. Now I want to check. Please don't. I won't. I'm polite. Or am I? Let's hope she won't find all the nightmare creatures you have locked up there. Let's. Have you ever visited the Twilight Chasm? Not for long enough to capture any creatures. I see. What are you thinking about, innkeeper? Oh, you know, innkeeper things. I don't. No, I mean, since I'm not an innkeeper and all. Right. That song you mentioned, the one you started writing on the ship? I know it's not done yet, but how about a little sneak peek? To see if it would make for a good jingle. I don't think it's jingle material, but I don't mind sharing it with you. Just keep in mind that it's a work in progress. Of course. There's a calling on the wind beneath the talk of the keep. I've heard the tales, set the sails, now it's time for me to leave. That sounds like a great opener. So you like it?
It's wonderful. We're here to just build people up.
Can't wait to hear more. Me too. But it's still a little rough around the edges. I feel like it's missing something. Maybe the next adventure. Maybe. Will you let me know when it's done? Of course. Can't wait to show you the finished version. Thank you, Fable. I'm proud of you. For maybe finally finishing a song? For not running. Oh, thank you. Me too. Innkeeper, do you ever think about taking your own advice? All the time, yeah. Why don't you? I don't know. It's hard, I know, but I promise I believe in you as much as you believe in me. And I know we'll both be okay. I would like that. Me too. Well, I've talked a lot today. I'll give you some space. Maybe it's time to stop running. Should I... Is it time to read that letter?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Ah, it appears I'm still scared. But I can't keep running forever. I guess sometimes we have to do things we don't want to do. Oh.
Fuck you, game.
My dearest friend, long has it been since we've talked last. Long has it been since everything has been seared away by the cold flames of death. I wish I could still remember our last conversation, but it's waning memory. I can only imagine how you enjoyed running away, wishing to forget whatever was between us. Maybe you did for a brief moment for these 30 years. If you did, I'm writing this letter to kindly remind you of the good old times. To celebrate our reunion, I invite you to the spectacle of this century, the last day of the astral moon, welcoming the first light of the dying moon, where the realm of Twat. T-U-A-T. How do you say it? Tot? Twat? Tot?
Tot? To what?
It's just a grasp away. Are there any spirits you'd like to remember? Are you afraid of what they might tell you? Worry not. I'll be right here. There.
To what?
To what? Twat?
T-U-A-T?
Twat?
To what?
Twat?
To
That's what I said. Twat.
To it.
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 Watch this guy closely on the 35th of Cassiopeia. See you soon, an old friend. That was... I guess you've always been a fan of symbolism. But you didn't even leave an address. Very irresponsible.
Do you know what tuat means? Apparently it's a Wiki?
What?
A white man.
Hmm. Oh.
Hey, boy.
Pardon? No time. Duck! Duck now! What's going on? Are you okay? Do you need help? Healing? Something's coming.
Healing.
Something big. Your next show? What? No! There's no time. Duck! Is the ground? Oh, that's not good. Is everyone alright?
How is that window keeping up?
Magic. There's bubbles coming out of our dragon.
Yeah.
I think so, yes. Whew, that was a close call. Could have been really dangerous. What just happened? Why? Is there water outside the tavern? I'd also like to know the answer to that question. I've got no clue. I was just outside by the woods drafting my newest song when the ground beneath my feet began to rumble. Not even a minute passed and it rumbled again. Then a wall of water came rushing forward towards me. I didn't even dare to wait. I ran immediately looking for shelter. No way I was gonna let my hegemon get wet. These strings are made of real Shibian silk and the body's ethereal bamboo. It's a rarity. That's the first thing going through your mind with a giant wave rushing right at you?
Yes.
Of course. This instrument is just as valuable as my hands. And just as versatile. Is everyone alright? Grace, dragons, you're alright. I was worried something had happened to you. Oh, don't worry. When the walls started rumbling, I hid under a table. And then I watched the water rush by the window. Yo, Jack! Thank you for the raid! Ninja, your son has come with people.
Hi, son and friends. Thank you for being friends with him and taking care of him. So I don't have to.
Don't worry. By the window. It was like a tsunami, but tsunamis are very rare, if not impossible, so far into the mainland. Right. It's so strange. Everything seems to be submerged out there. I wonder what could cause such a cataclysm. It's worrying, to say the least. And it's definitely too dangerous to go outside. Even the tavern is leaking. Hi, Dad! Don't worry. It'll withstand. Are you sure? I'm sure. I've gone through worse than this. You? It's gotten through worse than this. Wouldn't have thought it could withstand this sort of thing, but even more so glad it can. Seems to be a simple yet very sturdy tavern after all. Just like you, innkeeper. Are you flirting with the innkeeper? Ha, me? No. Also, that's besides the point.
Is it?
I mean, unless I'd like to work my body. Helps in a lot of aspects. Can we get back to the point, please? Yeah, sure. The point. Right. Back to the point. Did you see exactly what happened? Not really. I was listening to the whistle of the wind in the treetops, jotting down notes for my next song. When suddenly a horde of silver-crested deer rushed past me. Before they could trample over me, I jumped on the rock I was sitting on and watched them gallop downhill. Then I saw water break through the canopies, snapping trees in half like they were shashlik skewers. I wasted no second. I turned on my heel, knowing I'd be done for if I waited just a moment longer. Then I was here and told you to duck. It sounds horrible. Are you alright? Are you hurt? I'm fine, thanks. And anyways, with whom do I have the pleasure? I'm Grace. Nice to meet you, Grace. I'm Oh my, you're Voyage, aren't you? The silver-tongued virtuoso. Yes, that would be me. I apologize, I didn't mean to push my boundaries. But I saw you perform at Dropstone Institute's campus that one time. And I must say, you pulled on all my heartstrings with your beautiful performance. Oh. I did that? Yes. I was awestruck
yes,
by what your music could do. It was like magic in its very own way. Music can be very soothing in moments of distress. Were you distressed back then? A little. I don't remember exactly why anymore, but I remember the emotion. But not more distressed than I am right now. I hope Hex is safe and well. I'm sure he is. Shoot! Did you see that creature swim by? No. Did I miss it? What? Where? It looked like a red-winged eel. Oh. Haven't seen one of those in ages. Where is its natural habitat? Actually, the Twilight Chasm. Why is it here? Something isn't right. I'm afraid he might be correct. I'm also afraid. Very much so. I don't think it's safe to go outside. Of course not. You should all stay for the night. Would that be possible? Of course. The tavern will withstand this. And a bit of company wouldn't hurt. I agree. Thank you, innkeeper. Say, you with the loot, what's your name? Fable. My name is Fable. Do you play the lute, I mean? Sometimes. I'm still practicing and not all that good with it yet. How about we play together? A song or two, to lift our spirits and wait out the catastrophe going on outside. It's very untuned. It goes out of tune really quickly, but I guess that's a lute thing. I gotcha. Show it to me. I'll help you, and then we'll jam until a new dawn rises.
It's got a nice tune there. Why didn't they keep going?
Even though he's charismatic, he's surprisingly bad with people, as well as reading between the lines. Despite being self-conscious about his skills, he still chose to play songs together with Fable after the flood to lift everyone's spirit. He's also got a hegemon made out of ethereal bamboo and Chibayan silk. Blub blub. Sleep with the fishes. Oh.
So we made it to Act 3 now. Let's go.
Where's our animals?
Right there.
Where are our farm animals?
Chill with the fishes. I'm not gonna lie, for a sec I thought the chairs were animals. Cause I'm... Oh, where's our aminal? Okay. Mow. There's still some.
You're a hungry girl.
The growing girl explode.
Man, do you think we're gonna get to a point where I'm gonna have to feed her a whole can?
Oh yeah. And maybe a sacrifice.
I'm gonna look into small meal alternatives.
This is what happens when you get a Maine Coon as a cat.
I didn't know she was part Maine Coon until I already agreed to get her.
Would you change your...
No.
Okay. You hear that, Tot? Your mother wouldn't have given you up for anything.
Why are you looking at like that? Anyways, rising tides. Hi, Hex. Grace? Is Grace here? Good mythical morning to you too, Hex. This isn't funny, Innkeeper. Tell me, is she here? That looks like a creature questioning their life choices.
have like 10 new photos of Tot within the last hour.
Oh, you're a cat parents.
No. Maybe. Shut up. Look, Tot has just been in funny poses.
Her existence is funny.
Yo, same.
Yeah, baby.
Here, let Tot play. See how far we get.
She is. I'll let her know you are too. Thank you. By the dragons, I was worried sick. So sick. She'll be happy to know you're safe and sound too. The flood was enormous, and if she had gotten caught up in it... Oh, no, no, no. I don't want to even begin to imagine. Then don't. How about a drink to calm your nerves? Yes, a drink sounds great. Something that'll untangle my thoughts and help me focus. I'll see what I can do.
Focus?
Focus? Let me guess. Alright, we can make a silent owl, a peak sunrise, a sparkling nebula.
Sparkling Nebula is an oldie but a goodie.
Who just made that? I
I
want to make...
So Jack, how was the monster hunting? Should probably do this too, now that I think about it. Like, I know what he was doing. I didn't have to do shout out, but I'm like, I should probably shout him out. Need to get better at this whole streaming biz. I wonder how far you can get through the game by just not serving anything.
What do you mean?
Like, if you just sent your drink out now.
It'd be very rude.
I'm being a bad mod. Yo, me too, bud. Me too. We all know Spud's the one truly in charge of this stream.
So you want to do like an evil run?
I almost wonder if you can send a drink without anything, or if it has to be like the wrong drink.
Maybe this will help clear your mind. It does, at least a little bit. Thank you, Innkeeper. Hex, good to see you safe and well. You too, where have you been? Are you alright? Did you get hurt? I am fine. The Innkeeper and yesterday's superstars took good care of me. Just as you took good care of us. The least we could have done was be there for each other. How have you been, brother dear? Did you get hurt? No, but I was worried about you. The whole night, locked in that damn house, all I could think about was how the flood might have... Why didn't you tell me you were going to the tavern? I looked everywhere for you. Oh, sorry. I didn't know I needed your permission to go outside. That's not what I'm trying to say. Then what are you trying to say? That you could have gotten hurt and I wouldn't have known. I don't expect a tsunami to hit Gaia every day. That wasn't in the foreseeable future, Hexy. Uncontrollable things happen, and when they do, we do our best to overcome them. Also, I can protect myself quite well. Still, how was I supposed to know that you were safe? I'm an adult, you know. You could try trusting in my capabilities. Furthermore, PSAOR was very useful last semester. PSAOR? Protective sigils and other remedies. Ah.
Can I take that? That sounds like it'd be fun.
Right? Also, the tavern itself is well protected by my own brand of sigils. That's at least something. Yes, I'm very thankful the Innkeeper and their tavern kept me safe. I didn't mean to worry you. I didn't plan on being gone for so long, and then the flood happened. Okay, sure. How have you been holding up? Is the house alright? Apart from some minor damage and some leakage in the roof, I suppose it's fine. I wasn't even aware of the approaching flood until the house's foundation started trembling. I was busy in my workshop harvesting the essence of Dimension 567 for my research. I hope you didn't rip a hole in the fiber of magic again. I didn't, and even if I did, you couldn't have stopped me. You weren't there, after all. Right. But I can scold you now. You won't want to when you find out I actually managed to harvest something. You did? That's amazing. What a huge breakthrough. That would mean I created a teeny tiny rift to the astral realm and got my hands on some stardust. Well, sort of. How? I got an astral shard when the stars fell. Ah, I see. There's still the issue of never knowing exactly what might come through when you open these kinds of rifts. Could be anything or anyone. Like creatures? For example, that wouldn't be good. Yeah, it wouldn't. Because when your sister disappears again, you wouldn't know if she got eaten by a creature or is just out for a stroll. Hex, cut it out. What? We get it, alright? I went away. You were worried. We get it. But I'm my own person and I can do what I like. I'm getting tired of this. Well, me too. Then stop. I don't want to fight. Then don't. Sorry. It's fine. We shouldn't spend our time fighting when there are so many more interesting things going on. How about a wee bit of distraction? Oh, we could go outside and see if we can take samples of the floodwater. Exactly. Who knows, maybe it holds spectacular and rare magical properties. Okay, never mind.
You okay?
I thought I had a sneeze.
Oh, I'm like, over here like, you having a bloody nose
No.
on stream again?
No. I felt like the tickle and I was like, I gotta sneeze. And then it went away. Anyways. That sounds lit. Maybe it'll help me finish my long-term research paper. Possibly. Though, to access the primordial vortex, you'd need primordial seawater, I know. But who knows what we'll find. Don't forget to fill me in on your research. Theopractically, I tell you anything. But only theopractically. Wouldn't have expected anything else. Thank you, Innkeeper, for hosting me the night and all. See you soon. Oh, right here. He loves his sister dearly, but the relationship seems strange. He praises and adores her, and he's very worried about possibly losing her. At the same time, he's always risking his life looking for thrilling and dangerous spells with no concern for his own health. Who do we think's at the table?
Sitting at the table.
For the music.
Oh.
I'm guessing boy.
I mean, it's easy to guess boy because his tail's going there right there.
Good morning, you two. Did you sleep well? As well as we could with the sweet song of stormy waves pattering against our windows. So very well with inspiring dreams. Glad to hear that. Your impromptu concert certainly helped me sleep. Because it was so boring? No, because it calmed my nerves. All of our nerves, I think. Not that I have any. You don't have nerves? Is that a phantasm thing? No, I meant those metaphorical nerves. Oh, you get those too? No, of course not. I'm boy. Well, yeah, sometimes. Mostly when I have to perform. Is that embarrassing? Not really. That also make me nervous. Oh. Though, I have to say, last night, performing with you for Grace as the innkeeper, it was kind of relaxing. I could just lose myself in the performance without having to worry about what anyone would think of me. Not that I ever do, but It was nice. We should make more music together sometime.
Actually, Fable just got started on a new song.
Maybe
We're here to encourage, damn it.
Really? That would be awesome. Well, I actually... yes, you're right. That would be awesome. I think working on it together could be fun. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Hooray! I'm looking forward to our grand collaboration. And charming you with it, Innkeeper. What are you doing? Okay. Alright. You're supposed to say you're also looking forward to it. Ninja, there's a decision!
I'm very much looking.
That's what I thought. Aren't we gonna be cool together? The coolest. Too cool for me to describe. I already know it will blow you away. Counting on it. Enough chit-chat. I should check up on the village. Maybe someone needs a good song to cheer them up. I'm sure Baya would love one. I think Baya was probably cheered up by a good flood. But speaking of her, maybe you can hand out some of her spa coupons for me. Sure thing, her spa rocks. I shall start by enlightening Grace. Is she still here? No, she just left, together with Hex. Something about primordial water. Those wizards. I'll try to catch up to them. See you soon. Don't finish the song without me, Fable. I'll wait for you. Can I get one of those coupons? Sure you can. Just make sure you tell Baya I sent you. Of course. What a strange morning, or exciting morning. Both, I think. Would you like a morning drink? Yes. Something that'll help me with writing my song, please. Inspiration.
What?
I drink with 0 primordial water. Maybe. It does taste a little primordial and very delicious. Perfect. You know, last night when I couldn't sleep, I was watching the fish swimming by the windows. Their scales kept reflecting in the water, making them shift and shimmer like they almost weren't there. I was mesmerized by them. It was like a dream that kept pulling me towards the waves. It was beautiful and haunting. Do you think it looks like that every day somewhere? That beautiful? That haunting? I think any place we can imagine exists somewhere, if only in our heads. I'd like to see all those places. I don't think they're all safe to see. Hey! Hey! Lynn's back! Fable, by the dragons, they're here. Are you alright? I am. They kept me safe. It's good to see you both are well too. Couldn't you have let us know you were breathing? We couldn't find you anywhere. I'm sorry. I just woke up. Were you guys worried about me? Maybe. Of course we were. Don't even know if you can swim. I can. Can you? Of course. No. Lynn can't swim.
What's that?
Right, you don't like almonds. Oh! We should teach you sometime. Sure. Thank you for worrying about me, but I actually had a pretty nice night. Boy and I gave Grace and the innkeeper a small concert while we were all stuck inside. Oh, sad that we missed that. I can track down Boy to give you guys an encore. That'd be nice. I'm sorry I didn't get around to picking you up. It's okay. I bet the roads were a little busy. Yeah, it was a little tough getting out. Rufus loved it though. Think he made some new friends. Seems like this catastrophe had some pleasant side effects. What happened anyways? Did a whale eat a moon this time? No idea what that's supposed to mean, but no. Or maybe. No idea how it happened. They say the primordial sea flooded the Twilight Chasm, and it all spilled out through its portals into Fasoa, leaving us with this mess. That's new. At least the other continents probably got through it without much trouble. For once they can be less jealous of our portals. I do hope everyone is okay. Everyone we could check on is. Luckily for us, the water's drained enough to rescue everyone around here. Though I heard the underwater hasn't emerged yet. Happy to see you all emerge. Mostly. What does that mean?
Are you still looking for someone?
Yes, I was wondering if Melly is here. She wasn't home when I checked on her. No, she didn't stop by yesterday, nor today. Did you see her before that? Did she say where she'd be going? I'm afraid she hasn't been in since you returned from Zoford. That wizard punk hasn't seen her either. Took a second to ask him when he almost broke down Kumo's door looking for Grace. Do we know if she can swim? I'm sure she can, and I'm sure she's just taking shelter elsewhere. You taught her how to hide well, after all. Maybe she's just putting that to good use. When I returned yesterday, I found Rufus eating out of a strange apparatus that dispenses food and water every couple of hours. Like someone really smart set it up for him in their absence? Yes, he was gorging himself on some food, but Melly was nowhere to be found. Oh, that's worrying. Did she leave a note? No.
I'm sure she's okay. She set up an apparatus that dispenses food.
Maybe ask Una. She probably put her up to something. I shall investigate that avenue right now. Fable, would you be okay with moving our time? Time? You got an appointment or something? More like a date. Can't wait for that story. I'll tell you later. But, yes, we should move it. This isn't the kind of dancing in the rain I was hoping for. Me either. Another time then? Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Me too. I wish you didn't try to investigate the fish. They'd eat her alive. Sounds a little more hopeful. The girl's savvy. I mean, look at that contraption she left behind.
That's what I'm saying.
Ain't no fish got a chance against her. Being hopeful really isn't my thing. Then make it your thing. I'll let you know when I find her. Such a man of a few words. A man of words.
Yeah.
He's just worried. Huh. Speaking of worries and words, Lynn, it's good to finally see you back. How was the escorting? I hope you didn't get too wet. It happened. How did it happen? Well, actually, this can wait a bit, right?
No. What? Why do you pause and like stare at me every time you...
To make sure that you don't take it back last second.
Have I traumatized you?
So no?
Yeah, no.
Yes?
No.
No.
Yes.
Yes?
No.
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 Yes.
Yes.
No.
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 Both?
That's not an option.
Both is good.
That's not an option.
No.
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 No. Too bad. My life doesn't run on your schedule. Have some patience. I'm not very patient. Not my problem. I'd like to check up on Uncle Dragon. Make sure that old fart is still up and running. Fable, I'm guessing you'd like to check in with your family too? Yes, I would love to make sure everyone's alright. Maybe Melly's with the Amaranthine Hydra. She really wanted to ask it for tea recommendations. What about my story? You'll hear the darn thing soon enough. Don't get too excited about it. I'll see if I can drag Rhea and Fancy Pants along as well. Think they could use a drink. Speaking of which, got one for the road? Sure thing. Something strong to get you through all the socializing? You got it. One southern... well, what we want. Yeah. One southern brother.
Are you sure that's what they want? But are you sure it's a southern brother there?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Andu just said it was!
Well, what did Lynn say she wanted?
Something strong. The strongest thing I could bring up for you. Thanks. Missed these drinks a little. Oh, that's sweet. Don't dwell on it. Anyway, Fable, let's go. I'll be right there. I'm sure everybody will be okay in Keeper, so don't you worry about it. And make sure to keep a hot chocolate warm for Melly. I'm sure she'd love one of those. I'll give it my best. I know you will. Don't swim out too far. We'll see. Waters are dangerous these days. Just what are you up to? Trying to make sure I have enough ingredients for a hot chocolate around, I guess. Una, good to see that you're open and keep. And a good evening to you too, Una. Ha! Spare me the babbling, though I'm glad you seem to be unharmed. I am, thanks to some protective spells I put on the inn a while back. Works better than any insurance. What about you? Are you unharmed? I'm as good as new. Might be missing an arm, but that doesn't mean I forgot how to swim. It's easier than walking, actually. And breathing in water instead of air was unexpectedly nice. These skills aren't just for decorative purposes. Felt a little bit like home, you know? But the water tasted different than that of the Astral Sea. More primordial, I might even say. Yeah, I figured. But you don't seem to be very worried about it. Nah, whatever happens is none of my business now. I'm retired. And water also doesn't bother me. Shouldn't bother you too much either, am I right? Since you're so close to... I knew you wouldn't forget. I might be old, but I'm not senile. Me neither. You wouldn't call the Primordial Sea your home, then? I've inhabited a few planes already. My past doesn't define the word home for me anymore. But you're right, primordial water doesn't do any harm to me. Even if I wanted to drown in it, I wouldn't be able to. But honestly, I was more worried about my patrons, and the inn itself. I hope everyone is safe and well. Wouldn't worry too much about all your regulars. Adventurers are tough folks, and your drinks toughen them up even further. I have faith in that you're right. But your tavern... well, let's just say it has definitely seen better days. Nah, that's kind of an understatement. It looks like... Ouch. I've been working the whole day to clean up as much as I can. My condolences. Say, have you ever talked to the Wizard of Morlia? No, sadly I haven't had the pleasure. Oh, you should if you get the chance. He's always loved all kinds of spells and enchantments. More of the kind involving trickery, like puzzles and traps, but I'm sure he also knows a protective spell or two. What are you doing, Ninja?
Nothing. I clicked on the wrong thing.
I mean, he's been protecting his wizard tower for quite some time now. I'll keep that in mind if I ever get to meet him. But I suppose you're not just here to talk. How about a drink? Ha! You definitely have a way with customer service. How about a drink that'll make my old muscles up so I can help you tidy up your tavern afterwards? I can't remember having asked for help. What's that? My old ear suddenly can't understand what you're saying. How unfortunate. Maybe a strong drink would help. Alright, coming right up.
Mr. Wong.
Everyone keeps ordering all these strong drinks.
I wasn't put here to just get strong drinks.
Well, I just made a cinnamon baller, so we're gonna make a sailor's courage. Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow. Oh, what up, Mudkip?
No, wait.
How was your stream?
Oh, one of these. You did explode. I'm proud of you. Yeah.
Explode, someone's proud of you.
Someone's proud of me. Video games are good. One sailor's courage. There you go. A drink powerful like the astral sea. Wonderful. I consumed enough primordial water to last me weeks. And? Doesn't taste exactly like home, but the hint of elemental magic revived some old memories. I gotta say, you definitely know your craft. Thank you. Could I maybe convince you to just relax and let me do my work? You'd like that, wouldn't you? Forget it. Let's clean this messy tavern. If you insist. Before I forget, all that water swept some animal remains into my pockets. Don't really know where they came from, and I don't feel any kind of astral energy coming from them. So I assume they're either Gaian or primordial. And before I stab myself with them while cleaning, I wanted to check if you'd have any use for them.
Yes.
Stab? Yeah, they're surprisingly sharp. Now I'm curious. Let me see. Ha! You're so easy. Saberfang. Thank you, and they may not be primordial, but I think I know just what to do with them. What is it? Here we go. A Saberfang is for haste. They're the special fangs of the colossal saber-toothed tigers from the Forbidden Valley. They lose them bi-yearly and regrow them at remarkable speeds. A little haste makes an adventure inhumanly fast, great for reaching long-distance locations and escaping every fight unharmed. Nice. Gonna spice up some drinks? Maybe. Can't wait to try them then. And now, let's spice up this old rusty tavern. New Una! Since she's been around for a while, she has witnessed many things younger folks haven't. Mere harbingers of global calamity couldn't shake her. But maybe that's just the Astral Sea mentality. She'd also never get involved in helping or figuring out what happened. Absolutely not. Because she's retired. Duh. Distract and run. Welcome back to my tavern, brave adventurers. Good to see you all unharmed and doing, well. Uh-oh.
Why is it all sad and shit?
At least we didn't drown. By the way, who's that granny on your porch? Looks like she's collecting driftwood. Who died? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Don't mind her. She's an old friend of mine with some weird habits. She wanted to help tidy up my tavern after the flood. That's kind of nice, actually. I suppose so. I couldn't convince her to let me do it alone. Did the flood hit you as well? You bet. I had to hold on to Rhea for a quick second there, or else she would have been swept away like a twig. Ah, hod your wished. We had just passed Themis when it happened. Luckily, there were 2 carriages nearby wedged between sturdy trees and a large boulder. We managed to pull ourselves out of the raging waters and into those carriages. Thank the dragons. It could have gone south real quick. And your tavern looks a wee bit wet as well. It is. It's been working non-stop to clean it up. That's not good. Working non-stop comes with being self-employed, I guess. No, I meant the flood. Never heard of a flood that massive. It spread all the way from Themis to Zenith. You're right, we certainly aren't that close to the sea. Themis maybe, but not Urin. It's all not Urin, like I-N-N, not Urin. Okay. It's all still very recent. We'll have to wait until we know the true extent of it. But what about your mission? Did you complete it before the flood started? Come to think of it, Archie, you've been awfully quiet today. It's very unlike the noble hero I know. Give him a break, would you? We had some pretty rough nights. Oh, did something go wrong? The drinks you prepared for us with those golden feathers, I remember. I mean, it did what it was supposed to, but it wasn't enough. Don't know if another potion could have changed our fate, though. What happened? I guess I'm telling the story then. Let's begin. We actually would have been well prepared if this had been a normal escorting mission, that is. It all started just like a regular quest. We met our client in his temporary abode, which looked like it was worth more money than Sarah and I will ever make in our lives combined. Correct. Anyways, our client's name was Theodore. Theodore Hugo Frederick Sinclair III, to be exact. He told us politely not to call him by his full name, so we agreed on Theodore. He's the noble son of some wealthy diplomat, hence the long name. I figured. And you had to get him to Diria because of some financial conflicts between them and the mainland. Correct. At first, everything went surprisingly well. Since the magical bridge got destroyed, we had to get to Diria by ship. Because of the dispute, no ships from the mainland are allowed to dock in Amasa, so we had to take the long way. From the port of Windmore in the Windy Meadows to Twin Boroughs, and then to Amasa by foot. All with a young nobleman that rarely strays from home. The kid had some quirks and mannerisms neither of us were familiar with. But luckily Archie here was able to help us out. I tend to be a little wary around rich people, but we actually got along quite well. Especially little Archie here was hanging on his every word. We didn't take the main road until she was unwanted attention. Moving quickly through the Dirian tundra, we only encountered a few obstacles, like tree trunks. Rhea and I kept the path clear while Archie entertained our clients. He was quite useful after all, even though it was his first quest. He definitely knew how to tell stories and keep us entertained. Theodore loved every tale Archie told. Yeah, seems like you're a natural born storyteller. You also have a surprisingly amount of knowledge about plants and stuff in that orange head of yours. I'm glad I could be of help. Theo rarely went outside, so I assisted him with my knowledge of plants that sting or those that with poison. It's a very helpful skill. Everything went as planned until the sun started setting. I think my ears picked it up first. They were like a bunch of low humming sounds far away still, but definitely unusual. Didn't hear anything, but I'd always trusted the fluffy ears of a Vukakin over my own. I asked the two boys if those types of sounds were common around here. They both denied it. That's when I started getting this weird feeling in my guts. Every experience or adventure develops that sooner or later. It's like a sixth sense to keep you out of trouble.
Oh, I've heard of that. We're an innkeep. We know things.
Never experienced it though. I knew something was wrong, and that if we didn't get out of there, our situation would only get worse. At first, I just told Rhea, didn't want to alarm the two boys. Your client should never be afraid. That's just bad customer service. Agreed. So we quietly tried to figure out what to do. By then I could only also faintly hear the deep sounds. But if I could hear them, Archie and Theodore could as well. And they also heard us talking. That's unfortunate. We agreed on positioning the two boys between us, even though Archie proclaimed he could fight as well. A simple but efficient lineup, me at the back of the line, Kara in the front, cause she's got the best ears. Theodore was still calm. He said something along the lines of course they'd try and start an assault. That's why I hired you, remember? He's not wrong. I just would have expected more, the regular kind of assassin. Whatever that might be. If you'd let me continue, you'd get it. Sorry, my bad. To make things worse, it got real dark, real quick. And we could hear that guttural grunting all around us. She said, "Bog and crap, where are they? Where are they coming from?" But, well, at first I could only see one, then two. Then suddenly, they were everywhere. Zombies! We were surrounded by zombies.
Zombie.
I had to think fast. Zombies?
Yo, I know somebody that loves killing zombies. Mudkip, you're in. I'm experienced with those.
There weren't any gaps in their formation, so I knew we had a fight. Thanks to those enchanted feathers in your drink, I was able to quickly overpower two zombies by smashing their heads together. You're strong. I like strong women. I pushed both boys forward so that they'd get moving. I knew if we wanted to get out of there in one piece, we needed to stay together. Kara was blocking attacks left and right, slicing through rotten skin and brittle bones with her greatsword. She was a sight to behold. My sword lended me its power to fight us through. But I would have needed more time to figure out a plan. There were just so many of them. Who doesn't like strong women is the real question. Fair.
In the words of Spike Spiegel, I love a woman that could kick my ass.
I knew we had to get back to the main road. The terrain so deep in the forest was very uneven and made running away from a horde of the undead even more difficult. How did so many of them even get there? At least it was apparent why all those animals had disappeared on the road. I have never watched Cowboy Bebop. And yet, you know the name.
Right? Splode didn't even know the name. She knew Spike, probably.
I knew nothing about Cowboy Bebop. Except for the line, "See a space cowboy."
I mean, technically the quote is, I love the kind of woman that can actually just kill me. But same point.
I do know the name. I'm not completely uncultured. Damn. They got eaten by the undead, and we'd be next if we didn't get the fuck out of there. I'm gonna There was no lightning strike. I'm allowed to say it. Sorry, spoiler. It's okay. There's a lot of things that I know that I had to show Ninja.
Such as?
Art.
Mm.
Some great artists.
Mm. That makes one very cultured.
Uh-huh. I'm only kind of uncultured. So we ran. But turns out a nobleman's clothes aren't made for running. They're made of for nothing except looking obnoxious. They're not even that comfortable. I was more prepared than Theo, but even some of my seams ripped. I could hear Rhea behind us telling us to hurry up unless we wanted to die. So I wrapped my hands around Thea's velvet-coated wrists and just didn't let go. There was no way I would let anyone die on my first mission. But then, right before we got to the main road, he tripped. I suppose it was bound to happen. Rhea had somehow outrun us and was already stumbling onto the main road ahead. I tried to pull Theo up on his feet, but his pants must have gotten caught in some thorns. And he just couldn't get up. I tried to get him free. I really tried, but my hands were just so sweaty and shaky. I saw the zombies. I saw their rotting faces as they got closer and close. I was too far ahead to realize what was going on, and when I finally noticed, it was too late. I knew getting to the road was our main priority, but when I got there and the two boys were missing, I knew something must have gone wrong. I turned around, and right as I did, I saw Archie and Theodore on the ground. A bunch of zombies getting real close to them. I warded off the first two, maybe three, but there was just so many of them. Then Theo screamed, the most horrifying scream filled with pain and agony. I've read about that sort of scream before, but I didn't think it would sound so heartbreaking. Yes. That's when Rhea and Carlin suddenly appeared next to us again. They pushed the zombies back and helped Theo get up. Well, as much as he could with what was left of his left leg. I know I had to come up with a plan. There were too many zombies for us to fight, and running away would have been difficult since Theodore was hurt.
So we threw Theodore at him and just call it a day. You can't fail a mission if there's no one there to say you failed.
But your drinks was driving me forward. Kind of like a drinkable Lucky Charm. I had already slain a chimera, so I should have been able to handle a few undead and a hurt client with ease. Slain a chimera? Yeah. Oh, you keep surprising me. Sadly, slaying all those undead wasn't a possibility, but maybe, I thought to myself, maybe I could outsmart them. Theo was hurt and also wasn't looking too good. Genius, I'm adding that to my notebook of tips. The undead seemed to be drawn to the smell of his fresh blood, and thanks to your drink, I was still quite hasty. I knew I could outrun any dead motherfucker. So on a whim, I turned back to the other three. Rio was trying to fight back dozens of monsters while Archie supported Theodore. I grabbed a piece of bloody cloth that had been ripped off of Theodore's leg. I don't know if they listened or if it was just the smell that drew them to me, but I yelled, "I'm here, come and get y'all a fresh piece of meat." I thought she'd gone crazy, I tell you. But it was a smart move. I definitely had their attention. Archie was out of it, so I told Rhea to just follow the path to Amasa and treat Theodore's wounds as quickly as possible. I would then catch up to them as soon as I was done there. And that's the way we did. I don't argue with women that are taller and faster than me. Her quick thinking probably saved our asses. Again, there's no lightning strike, so I'm gonna fucking swear. Good call, both of you. I led those brain-dead monsters in the opposite direction. Turns out, I could easily outrun them. But I wanted to get rid of them once and for all, or else we wouldn't have been safe for long. Oh, there's a fresh piece of meat joke in there that I'm going to think and not say.
More meat for the table.
and as soon as I spotted a cliff between the trees with nothing but the vast sea further on, I knew what to do. I knew I had to override my instincts, so it was kind of dangerous. But I yelled one more time, "Come and get me if you can," and then I threw the piece of cloth off the cliff. My instincts kicked in, wanting to play fetch. Luckily, my will was stronger than the monsters. One after another, they tried to catch the blood-drenched fabric and jumped, falling to their, well, hopefully final deaths. I can't believe that actually worked.
I can't believe you've gone and done that.
Me either, but otherwise, I wouldn't be standing here. I'm glad. Seems like the undead are kind of like pack animals, at least for the most part. A few of them didn't take the bait, but nothing my great swords couldn't fix. Followed Ray on the boys' tracks until we met up again. We could already see the light of Amasa in the distance. But we hadn't been fast enough. With every step, Theo's hand grasping my shoulder was getting weaker and weaker. Aw, fuck, I can't believe he's done that. I didn't even dare look at his face while I talked to him to keep him awake. Even when his answers started getting sparse and quiet. But you made it, right? Right? No. He did make it.
Tell me that's not true.
I wish it wasn't. But I never lie about someone's death. Especially not his. I'm so sorry, Archie. I didn't know the mission would be so dangerous. It's not your fault, Innkeep. It's none of our faults either. Maybe I should have prepared a different drink for... It's alright. We did our best. Things don't always go as planned. I guess life isn't as magically perfect as the numerous tales I've read would suggest. Bad things can happen to anyone, even to those with the purest of hearts. Some may deserve it, but most don't. So he's the one who died. Yeah. I just wish it wouldn't have been him. It's such a selfish thought, but I can't get it out of my head. And that's fine. It's just not fair. Why him? I apologize. I didn't mean to raise my voice like that. It's alright, kid. We know the pain you feel. You know, some deaths are not inevitable. Illness, old age, whatever it may be. His name was Theodore. He was, his best friend, like childhood best friend, essentially. You know, those are easier to stomach, even if they hurt. That's your Archie. I couldn't remember his name for a sec.
Yeah.
Theodore was Archie's best friend, like growing up, essentially. And then there are deaths which are completely unexpected. Those don't feel fair to us. They make us think, if only I did this, if only I said that, and so forth. But you mustn't dwell on those feelings. It's okay to mourn, but you can't change the past. The only thing you can change is the future. Live the life your friend would have wanted for you. Make him proud. I suppose you're right. If only they had an experienced zombie killer with them.
If only. Mudkip, why don't you go here? Let us know how you travel between realms.
Fell through a portal.
Fair.
What did you do then? Did you still go to Amasa? We did, yes. He must have died just before we arrived. Someone from the night watch recognized him. We were immediately surrounded by healers, but it was already too late. You may bring bodies back from the dead, but not souls. After we explained the situation, how I got rid of the zombies, they offered us to stay the night. Only if I get paid well. Fair. We needed some rest before making our way back the next morning. I also sent a letter to Theo's family. I wanted to, after all, I've known them since I was a child, and I was with him in his last moments. If someone was going to deliver the bad news, it needed to be me. I'm not sure I could have acted so calm and collected. I really wasn't. Also, I don't know if this is perhaps too macabre, but would you hold on to something for me? Of course, what is it? It's the quill that I used to write the letter to Theo's parents. I must have lost my supply somewhere on the way to Diria, so I had to buy a new quill. First I thought of it as a nice memento, but the wound is still too fresh. I'll hold on to it, as long as you need me to. Thank you, innkeeper. Where is it?
Did it appear in the cabinet?
Probably. We just can't see it. Just what's going to happen with the dispute between Diri and the mainland now. Now that an ambassador has died on Dirian soil, it's just such a big mess. And we didn't fix anything. We just made things worse. Anyways, I'm so terribly tired. Please excuse me. Good night, everyone. Want to sleep here tonight?
Sometimes a little company can do wonders.
And you'll be safe from any potential floods. I'll also be sleeping here. I suppose you're right. Maybe I'll occupy one of your rooms then, dear innkeeper. Of course, go upstairs. Third door on the left. Make yourself a home. I think I'll just sleep. But I appreciate your kindness. Thank you. Good night, everyone. I hope he'll be alright. Let the kid grieve. I guess asking if either of you'd like a drink would be a little insensitive at this point. Don't. Got it. Instead, Kara, let's talk about your extraordinary fighting skills. Gotta say, I was really impressed with how you decimated those zombies. Takes a good beast slayer to know one. Nah, I'm more of the general fighting type, you know, but I can always appreciate two strong hands. And such a well-crafted greatsword on top of that. Happy to see you appreciate solid craftsman. It was a gift from my Baba. It does take a good beast slayer to know. She told me the great dragons themselves gifted it to her, but I don't know if that's true. Could be. You want to get to Chimera after all. You might be onto something there. Have you ever heard of the Great Axe of Ur? The most powerful weapon ever forged by the origin of this world themselves? You think it really exists? I mean, my Baba loved to tell stories. But if her sword was made by the dragons, maybe Ura's great axe is also more than just a myth. Dwarves have their origin in the subterranean caves, you know, on the plain of Ur. I grew up in a labyrinth of caves surrounded by gems and ores, legends and tales. I mean, I haven't seen it with my own two eyes yet, but I'm convinced a legendary weapon exists. I bet it's so large I probably wouldn't even recognize it as an axe. I've heard Ur keeps it in the resting place at all times. Yeah. Though, so far no one has found that yet. And hopefully, no one ever has to. What do you mean? You know the tale. If someone was to wake Ur up, the apocalypse would begin. But that's just an old tale, right? Something you tell your kids that don't want to eat their food. You know, eat up or Ur will awaken. Questionable parenting techniques, if you ask me. Yeah, I got to hear that a few times when I was still a wee baron. All those tales I ever did was make me want to craft a legendary weapon myself. Have you ever made something like that? Not yet, but I will soon. I'll make the greatest weapon ever forged to smash this year's Orhard blacksmithing competition to bits. I'll outcraft my ex-husband with ease. That ex-husband? Yeah, we used to work together. Now he claims I wouldn't stand a chance without him, but I'll prove him wrong. Anyways, and keep Sarah and I think it's getting quite late and it's been an exhausting week. Absolutely agreed. Let's get some rest. And then look for another quest elsewhere to afford me crafting materials. Good night. Since your marriage broke apart, Rhea has been determined to win a famous blacksmithing competition, perhaps to restore a bit of her self-confidence or self-worth. But that may be a stretch. That's why she's always on the hunt for gold, fallen stars, or other rare and expensive material. Good night, Lynn. Night, and keep. Want to do another chapter, or?
Do another chapter. Yeah, chapters are going pretty quick.
Hello, I'm back. Welcome back.
Welcome.
Yay, try our sheep's back!
Oh, way. And our turkey.
And our dragon's now on the table instead of on our roof.
Wait, where?
They were here.
Oh shit, I thought that was a turkey. From back here.
From back here, you're like 3 feet away.
Yeah. I'm usually like 10 inches away.
Why are you so goddamn close?
Don't have to use my glasses.
Just finished making get your eyes checked night.
Never.
You can come with me. I'm going to an eye appointment on Friday.
I just got my medical card. Let's go. Yay, new insurance.
Yeah, fuck insurance. I'm so fucking
I
over
hate
it.
glasses so much.
And get laser eye surgery. Smell what your eyes would be like if they were cooking.
Smell what your eyes would be like if they were cooking.
Oh my god. No, see, here's the thing that Ninja does. Whenever he sits down, he takes his glasses off. I also hate my glasses, but some of us don't have a choice. Correct! I can't fucking see. Like, if I do this, I can't even read what that says.
At least I mended your glasses a little bit.
Yeah.
For now.
For now. I can't even read the big wording on the screen. And I know what it says because, well, I read it with my glasses on before, but I can't read that. It's so fucking blurry.
How blurry is it?
Super fucking blurry.
Can you draw a picture of how blurry it is? Okay, what we do is I take a photo of it, or like a screenshot, and then we put the
unfocus, like blur filter.
Yeah, the blur, like the
sure, go for it.
And then you just tell me at what point it looks like your eyesight. That actually might be fun.
I can't see. I'm legally blind. Not
you?
yet.
What are you gonna do when you're legally blind and can't drive?
Guess I'm going back to, well, I guess I wouldn't be able to do that either. It's like, I'll go back to paging. Can't do that.
Don't get your eyes checked. If you do, you will get diagnosed with conus. I wouldn't even be able to tell literal words. I think I'm legally blind.
I'll tell you what, I'll find out what my prescription
Why do
is.
All the women I hang out with have terrible fucking eyesight?
So that we can stand looking at you.
You had that shit so ready. I mean, not untrue. I am a big piece of shit. However, that hurt.
Bragging about hanging out with women again. What the fuck is that word? Keratoconus.
Are you summoning a spell? Well,
Bless you.
Well, I cast Stun Seed in reverse.
You know exactly what I'm thinking about. I cast Stop Being Mean to Me. Anyways, start day. Is this the last chapter? Or where are we at?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, it's our guy again. Sup, my fellow Enigma?
Yo, Sip. Jackson?
Someone. Sup, I don't find you that difficult to comprehend. That's what they all think. How's it going? Hopping? Running? I would never be mean to you, Splode. Oh, thanks, Mudkip.
When have I been mean to you?
All the time.
That hurts.
Why are you so mean to me? Why are you saying that hurts when you're the one being mean to me?
I don't know what you're talking about. You're mean to me.
Are you gaslighting me?
It's not even real work.
Night is always mean. See? How's it going? Hopping, running. Now Ninja on the other hand. He's gaslighting! How are we doing, Ninja?
Fucking moderate.
Not really. Why?
Because women are teaming up on me.
My Tavern and I are doing well, but we were hit by a tsunami yesterday. I'm glad I can provide comfort to everyone in these trying times, but I also wish they were less turbulent. Boo. Spoken like a true politician. Commit to one extreme. I'm committing to honesty. Yeah, right. Good one. But a tsunami, huh? So that's what that was. Cool. See, there he goes, continuing to brag about all the women he hangs out with.
Are we talking like on the regular, just people that I hang out with time to time, or just women in general? Because I think the only regulars I could really count right now are like you and Slode. Wow.
Wow. Sucks that I was busy playing a round of Magic the Scattering. Maybe missed the whole thing. I would have loved to surf those waves. I'm sure you would have had a grand old time. Maybe next flood. You think I should start the next one on purpose? No. Aw, come on. This place has made you lame. I'd like my tavern to keep standing, and the people around it as well. Like I said, lame.
Lame.
You got anything interesting to say? I have an interesting question. Shoot. Have you seen Melly anywhere? She's gone missing. Oh, that pocket-sized detective? Sure did, several times even. Holy shit, that guy has a long rat thing, like a scarf. Yeah.
Long rat.
Were any of them recently? Would say so. Think the last time was 2 days ago. Is it Simon?
Yo, Simon's a long rat. Let's go.
I wonder, I think the rat has a name.
No, he's vibing.
Its name is Corey, short for corruption.
Quick, kick him out for calling us old. No, this is Corey, not Simon.
I was chilling in the Moon Swamp, had just tested out that witch's spa. Good old Voy Boy recommended. Met some lost travelers on the way back and was giving them the conversation of their lives. When that cat rudely interrupted my business pitch. It's those fuzzy worm things from the 90s that you move through your fingers. Sharp, that is exactly what I was thinking of. Made them run off without a single handshake, little snitch. What were you selling? Hair, growth, cocktails, inspired by your little things. Oh shit, it has a knife!
You know, I too wish I could, like, get angry or have emotion and then my hair just fly up in the air. All, like, crazy and nice looking.
Can you imagine?
28 inches of hair.
I wonder why, that's why they keep it so short.
I'd be like Goku and Vegeta.
You drink them, your hair grows. Fast? Oh, well, fast, it'll grow, eventually. You just gotta have some patience. I see. So, Melly at the Moon Swamp, where exactly did you see her? All the way to the moon pools? Duh. Could have stopped at have emotion. Mudkip.
Have a variety of emotions.
Mudkip. What's your favorite color? Name one emotion.
Melancholy.
It's purple. Fair point. Where the paths diverge and nature tries to lead you astray from its shimmering reflections in the water.
Well, what you see, when those who pick purple, it tells a lot about them. Okay, I'm done.
Why did... Oh, no, I just... Your name is purple on the chat channel for me, so... I'm like, well, that's kind of spot on, isn't it?
My goal is to...
So no, Ninja, I think you need... no, you need to continue.
Give me 1 sec to really think about this answer.
It's like I said, it's a purple or something. There, fair point. What are you looking at, Ninja?
You know, those who choose purple as their favorite color tend to be artistic and a unique individual. And also very intuitive and deeply interested in spirituality. Ha! Well, it was almost there.
What about my favorite color? What does that say about me? Lamau, not the spirituality.
You want to evoke feeling of stability, wisdom, and mystery?
I am a woman of science.
And for science, this rock. The rock shiny. Rock smooth.
Where the path diverges
not
and
in the
nature
spiritual
tries
way.
to lead you astray from its
It's in the
shimmering
rock kinda
reflections
rocky
in the
way.
water. Isn't that near one of the Twilight Chasm portals? Oh yeah, that means she got a fresh opportunity to go surfing. Good for her. What a positive outlook on things. Always good to have one of those. After all that matters in life is fun, right? I don't know about that. Life is full of many beautiful and important things. Not all of them are fun. They should be, at least for me. Don't care what you're up to. Speaking of fun, been wondering, do you think I should explore the Twilight Chasm? Do you want to? It sure sounds exciting, especially since I've never been there before. Not all rocks are shiny. Fair. Also, Mudkip, did you notice on Iniko's hand, the one that he currently has raised right now, there are 5 cats on there?
On the fingers. As the
On the
fingers.
fingies?
Cat fingies.
Ooh, I see. Meow, 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 meow.
Are you sure you two aren't speedrunning friendship?
I asked if we could speedrun friendship. That's why I asked what their favorite color was.
No, fair.
They say it's just like Avalon, but reverse, with a different color scheme and all that.
I know what your favorite color is. It's black, right, Splode?
Oh, I can't read. What did I miss? Oh, your Streamlabs popped up.
Oh yeah. That's just the extra life. And then Shiny asking, why are you jealous? Me? Jealous? Always. I'm nothing but jealousy. I'm jelly.
Sometimes I haven't been home in ages. Let me tell you, as soon as those portals open up, out of there. Black is my favorite color. Fair. I thought you had no emotions though.
I said I have plenty of emotions, and you asked me to name some. So right now we have melancholy and jealousy.
You're jealous? Ready for pesky consequences?
I'm curious.
You got it. Actually, only said name one.
You did. I said name an emotion.
You got it. Been wondering what a nightmare version of Gaia looks like. That's what they call it, right? Avalon's the dream, the Twilight Chasm's the nightmare. Gaia's like waking up. Probably doesn't look too different from the Sealy Court, am I right?
Bro's jealous.
Couldn't tell you.
Write that down.
So you claim, but I know a fellow scam artist when I see one. In the mirror? Oh, you think you're funny, don't you? Well, you're hilarious. High five, bud. No. Bummer. Anyways, with your obviously non-existent, only hypothetical plane traveling experience, do you think I should take a trip down to the horrors of memory and melancholia?
Yo, let's go. Melancholy? I think you should. Let's go.
Sounds very exciting. Who knows what you'll find? Maybe the answers you seek. I'm not seeking any answers. I already know what I want. Then maybe you'll find the right questions. You're so weird, you know that, right? That makes two of us. You got me there. Fascinating advice, Innkeeper. If I cared more, I'd probably say it says something about you. I mean, I did say it, so... Luckily for you, this is already boring me. What's up, Inako? What do you got? What do you got? Even though they've been traveling for a while, they've never been to the Twilight Chasm and are very curious about the realm of nightmares. What currently keeps them here on Gaia is the famous singer Voy, whom they lovingly call Voy Boy.
Yo, Voy Boy.
Then how about a drink to keep you with me a little longer? We're on the same wavelength today, dude. Yeah, hit me with one of those. Something for those waves in my brain so you can keep my interest a little longer. I'll mix up something real quick. A brain thing, huh? What do we got? We can make him a silent owl, a peak sunrise,
Yo, that's peak.
or a sparkling nebula. I feel like I haven't made a silent owl yet.
Go for it. You will need to use.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That'll work.
Tooth!
Tooth. Too much, by the way.
Huh?
Too much sword.
Undo. Sip. Thank you.
No.
What? Oh, shit. You're right. I wasn't paying attention.
Explode not paying attention. Imagine. Never too much sword.
One silent owl with a tooth in there.
What's the tooth do again?
You mean you weren't paying
Yes.
attention when I read it?
Yeah, I just want to see the special haste. Gotcha.
Quick-witted and mischievous, just like you. Classic man, never listening to women.
On this International Women's Month. The month that keeps going every month.
Sick. This is lit. I'll give you that. Thank you. Baya! Welcome back, Baya.
Yo,
Thank
she wet.
you. She's always wet.
I know.
How was your road trip? Stop stealing my very funny jokes.
I am not stealing. I am misappropriating them.
It was good. We stopped by my spa and did mud baths. And did you help them find their way back home? Yes. We saw a lot of weird fishies and dreams filled with dread. Plagiarism.
Plagiarism doesn't exist.
It was terrifying, but it was fun. We even got to explore the gruesome mangrove. The nice ghost even gave me her sunglasses. They're so cool. What else is up? the sky and the sun, but no stars. Back to the gaslighting.
Welcome to my 5 jokes. Gaslighting at top. Ugh. Someone
No,
help.
you're supposed to say gaslighting's not real.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gaslighting's not real. You're making up words, Mudkip.
And some trees? No, trees are in the middle.
Thank you for teaching me your professional gaslighting ways, Bud.
Not to an ant. Bro doesn't even know his own 5 jokes. Ants. So cute. Do you have any ants? Not on me. And you, innkeeper? Any ants? Not at the moment, sorry. Oh, no ants. Can I offer you a drink as an apology? Yes, make me feel like a little nimble ant. Ant potion. Got it. Nimble, you say? Swift strike. Swift strike. Got it. One swift strike.
Swift strike.
Oh.
Did that actually hit?
Yeah, you hit my arm fat.
Sorry.
Lucky my cute tattoos are on this arm. You would have hit either my ghost or my bat. I'm being abused over here.
No. Maybe.
Laughing about on an international
I'm gonna be quiet.
Here, for my favorite pseudo ants during Women's Month.
Every month is Women's Month.
Oh, this is so tasty. I want to look up at trees now. I'm sure they'll seem taller. Can I do anything else for you? Yes, several things. Have you been handing out my coupons?
Can we just acknowledge that it was a nick, like as a joke? It wasn't hard.
What?
Nothing. I'll be quiet.
I didn't hear what you
No,
said.
Can we acknowledge I didn't like actually like full blown hit you?
No, you like flicked my arm fat.
Okay.
Men aren't allowed to to talk. Aren't allowed to talk during Women's Month. I have just recently gave some to Voy. Have people been dropping by? They have, and they're really nice. The bun masks are the most popular, and the flowers. Grace said my flower bracelets are her favorite. They must be gorgeous. I'm making new ones just for her. She'll love that. I hope so. Second thing, are you okay? I will give you the fattest purple nurple if you don't just start talking.
Aw.
Are any of us okay?
No. Well, I guess we'll go with what Mudkip said. To be honest, I feel a bit distraught.
The other day really did a number on me. I'm trying to stay positive, but I can't say I feel the best. Oh no, that's awful. Do you want extra coupons or flowers? Flower coupons? I think your company will be quite enough. Oh, nice. But what about lotus flowers? I brought you some in case I needed to cheer you up. Oh, for me? Yes. They are special flowers. I've heard they're yours favorite, and they bless you with their protection. They also make you feel nimble, like an ant. I thank you so much, Baya. Blessed. Let me grow. Dragons adventurers will have much better chance of fighting the undead or any other unholy creature, or any creatures really. Oh. I've been wanting to check in on people. I really enjoyed the food, or the flood, but I thought about when the Banshee told Mary and me that some people don't like drowning. Correct? I hope I can cheer them up a little.
I know I don't like drowning.
You're already cheering me up. I am? Yeah, I was bored. Now I'm having fun. Cheering up's quest succeeded. Yippee! Yippee! I also have some questions. Ask me. Have you seen Melly anywhere in your swamp? The small cat Vukakin? Is it Vukakin or Vukakin? Vukakin. Vukakin.
I'm gonna say Vukakin.
Twat.
What?
Twat?
What?
Haktua?
Spit on that thing?
How do you know if you never try it, though?
No what? Drowning?
Not a fan.
I have 3 brothers. They've tried to drown me. Not a fan.
No, I didn't see a cat anywhere, but I was also very busy tending to my sniffling willows. You know what? Fair. They needed a lot of love.
Yo, me too.
I see. How's your swamp doing? Good. It's so wet now, and there are so many new interesting critters and plants. What kind of plants? Those with teeth? Some have teeth, some have eyes and spikes, and haunting spirals of long forgotten mistakes. Sick. I gotta check those ones out. They're nice. They speak just like little horrible birdies. You know, one of those people who can talk to plants? Yes. How are they doing? The plants, I mean. Depends on the plant, but they're all very loud at the moment. They love the water. They hate the water. They complain about the onslaught of the undead. They're ambivalent about the water. What was that? Ambivalent. It means they don't care, but they still want to say something about it.
You know, like Shadow the Hedgehog. He is true ambivalence.
Is he?
That's what he said.
Oh, okay. No, the undead. Ah, them. The trees from the Pale Woods are very upset. They say that squeaky undead keep chewing on their roots and bark at leaves. And
Bark.
their grains? No, they can't reach those. But there's a lot of them. Maybe soon they'll learn how to climb or fly. The Pale Woods. I've never been there before. Is it a good hangout spot? I don't think so. It's so dry, but maybe the undead like dryness. I would think they'd prefer bogs. Everyone should. Agreed. Hey, Baya, can you show me those Twilight Chasm plants? Would love to taste test them. Yes, yes. But you have to help me hand out coupons first. Do I have to? Please? Fine. But only because I'm getting bored again. Hooray! And please keep handing them out to people who need cheering up in Keeper. Bye!
Hey, Archie, I heard your friend died. You want to go to the spa? Shit's rough, bro. Here, have the spa coupon.
I've learned Baya can talk to plants and even use some plant magic to fast travel the lands. The flora in her spa told her about undead gnawing on roots in the Pale Woods, and she's suddenly deeply involved in saving the world. If you're somehow reading this, consider it an advertisement. Visit her spa. Including yourself. Will do. Have fun, you two. Thank you.
Nighttime.
Mm. Quill's right there.
Hey, Split. There's a quill at the edge of the board. Just if you didn't see it.
Hi, Fable. How's
I'm
it going?
helping.
All's fine and dandy? All fine and tired. Actually, not so fine. How come?
I got stood up.
Well, the city's a mess. So is the Grove and Themis and Tregarin. We still don't know exactly what happened or how. There's the undead problem not too far from us apparently, and Archie is miserable. And no one has seen Melly in days. A lot of people are worried, and a lot of people also just aren't. Una told me not to worry either, but it's hard. Yes, very. I just want everyone to be safe. I want to fix this, whatever this is. Fable, I know everything is a lot right now, especially since this is the first wave of adventures that you've ever faced, pun unintended. But Una isn't wrong. A little less worrying wouldn't hurt.
I'm sure it's not as bad as it feels right now. Just remember, everybody, you've survived 100% of your worst days. Are you alive? Are you breathing? Don't give me that smug look.
Just because I breathe doesn't mean I'm alive. This is my emo hair.
I said survived. I never said anything about living.
Sure, it's unpleasant, but worse things have happened. And we've always been fine. Maybe it's just nature, or the dragons are craving change. Unfortunately, he's not wrong on this one.
I'm sorry, with that emo hair, do you want to start singing I'm Not Okay? Not okay. Not okay. It's really surprised me that I never really knew of My Chemical Romance besides Black Parade until you really showed me.
Okay, but that song's a banger, so it is a banger.
Spo destroyed my playlist when she showed me my...
Destroyed? Excuse me? More like enhanced your playlist.
My, like, For You recommendations was, like, all My Chemical Romance for, like, a month.
First off, it wasn't My Chemical Romance. It was Good Charlotte.
No, I knew of Good Charlotte because of undergrads.
My music in general has enhanced your taste.
I would say so, yeah. Because you listen to ADHD music.
What's that supposed to mean?
A little bit of everything.
All of the time.
Correct.
She did you a favor.
Probably. I was terrible. Like, I knew of, like, 5 bands that I listened to that I could, like, give the names of.
Maybe it's just nature, or the dragons are craving change. No ADHD music is K-pop. That shit is brain rotting. There's nothing we can do about it. There's always something we can do. You taught me that. Sometimes things sort themselves out too. It's quite pleasant to wait occasionally. I just wish I could do more. I understand. How about a drink? That's something I can do for you. Not right now, I think. Hey! You look... stressed. Stressed? Why? What makes you say that? I'm good. I'm fine. Everything's great. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Everything's awesome. If you're saying it like that, something must be terribly wrong. How about a drink? A little help for telling us what's going on? Sure. Another spoken heart coming right up! Fucking...
Look, man knows what he wants.
I think I would have this fucking... Oh!
The floating cup.
I think I would have this motherfucking drink fucking memorized. ordered it every fucking goddamn time. Putting this fucking thing, changing his name.
So do you think I'd have it memorized how to make brown sugar milk tea with how often I ask you to make it?
Considering it's only 2 ingredients.
See, I thought it was 3 for some reason.
Technically 3,
Okay.
but not really. It's milk, brown sugar, and black tea.
Yeah, 3 ingredients. So, you know. And apparently put it over a stove.
Ooh, I'm sick. Me? It's me. Anyways.
Okay.
Did I pet you? I'm petting you again.
He's hopeless. Yo, I was right.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I thought I heard somebody using a vacuum at almost midnight.
You know, we're not the only ones in this building. Surprising, I know. But it's not just us, Janet and Jim. There are other people that live here.
Do they have J names too?
I don't know.
I know they don't.
I hope this helps with the word vomit. Were you though? Word vomit. I know something about that. I used to know something about that. It does a little bit. Thank you. Anytime. So, what happened? Nothing really much at all. I was just taking a stroll, trying to find Melina, checking in on the people Fable asked me to check in on. Thank you for that. Yeah. After you helped calm me down last night, I'm glad I could help. So I was, you know, taking a walk around the outskirts of Themis. A walk is good, right? Right. So good. I even came across new people. A lot of them were echoes. Did you talk to them? Of course not. I expect nothing else. That's peculiar, though. There aren't a lot of echoes on Gaia. There are now. Apparently the flood brought in a lot of primordial refugees. Not everyone's comfortable being submerged in water, after all, and they say Leviathan's plane is a mess right now. Oh. I hope everyone has a place to stay. They're looking for places, for sure. Some merchants are even offering them rides around Visoa and beyond. Like to Borkum, for example, which they advertise as the perfect vacation spot. It is. It's right by the Visoan Wadden Sea, very popular with travelers and retirees. I believe Una lives there currently, when she's not bothering me in my tavern. Awesome. I bet it's great there. I bet you can relax like nowhere else.
What's going on, Kuma?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Just my parents taking a casual trip to Borkum. Your parents? Like, they're ghosts? Was Twat also flooded?
Tuat?
Unlikely. I don't think souls can leave the upper world so easily. You're right. It'd be difficult for ghosts to make it out of Twat and into a mocktail. I'm saying Twat just really fast.
What?
Twat. But being Gaian Taurus is a lot easier to do when you're not actually dead. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but you might have to elaborate a little more. It's simple. My parents aren't dead. I saw them with the merchants near Themis booking a carriage and an all-inclusive boat journey to Borkum.
Borkum? Borkum? I don't even know him.
They were going on about how they had a positive outlook on having to leave the primordial sea. How it was like a free vacation, a blessing in disguise. Good for them. My influence. But didn't you see them die? No. I just saw a burning village and couldn't find them anywhere. That foolish conclusion was all mine. So they didn't die, they just left. Yes.
What do you think would be worse? Your parents just kind of like up and leaving you during a house fire, or them dying?
Leaving you?
Yeah. Guess it would.
They looked at a fire and were like, this would be the perfect moment to abandon our child. You know, good luck to that guy. The first one.
We're non-violent playthrough. I'm sorry, Kumo. That's awful.
It's a new kind of awful, for sure. See ya, chump. How stupid of me to think them dead. Shouldn't have thought that only the claws of Twad could make them leave me. Non-violence! You should have. They're your parents. They should never have abandoned you. Sad. Well, they did. Indeed. So what now? I'm not sure. I don't know what to do. Like, quick. I saw... Oh, I thought we got it now. Whatever.
Maybe it's on the other page.
Do you want to talk about it? No, because it would be one of these two. No, not right now. Come on, maybe... Anyway, have you found Melina yet? Not yet, but Inako saw her last at the Moon Swamp. What? About 2 days ago. But there's a Twilight Chasm portal there, where the Dragon Cursed Flood started. Indeed. Did Baya see her? No, she didn't. That's great. That's awesome. That's even better. You've said awesome an alarming number of times. Because this is all so awesome. I'll keep looking for her. There's not a lot you can do without leaving your tavern, except... And Keeper, please, I beg you, put out a quest to find Melly. Right now, I need to figure out what to do about my parents before they disappear again. I don't know how much time I'll have. She needs to be safe, but I can't go myself. We need to find her. Please help me find her. I don't exactly have enough information yet, but I'll make sure to find out more and make a quest.
I'll put it up immediately.
Thank you. I hope someone will find her. We will. I promise you. I believe you. I will have to go think. Good luck with that. I'll see you soon. Yeah. Don't burn down your tavern, I mean. I'll try not to.
Wasn't planning on it there, bud. Trauma dumping. It's so fun.
Someone's worried? Of course he is. Do you really think Melly is okay?
I do. Crafty kid.
She's smarter than anything she could encounter. I trust her to take care of herself. I do too, but still, she's just a child. A very capable child. A child nonetheless. Wherever and however she is, whether she was just watching the sky or trying to unravel a mystery, she might need help. So please give me that quest. Pardon? Please give me that quest right now so I can find her.
No, it's not done.
That's alright.
Wow, did she actually growl at us?
I think so. I already know both of the rumors, and I know Melly well. I think I have enough information to find her, and I don't think we have time to be pedantic right now. There is a certain way things have to be done. Your way? Yes, I'm sorry, but it's just how things are. Because you made them that way. Fable, listen, if you rush into this, you'll be putting both Melly and yourself in danger. You just told me not to worry about it. How dangerous could it be then? Well, weren't you encouraging me to go on more adventures just a week ago? Or are you only okay with me leaving when it's something as small as some snails? I just think something like the flood must have been caused by a massive force. Whether worrisome, purposeful, or neither, it's certainly not harmless. And you don't have a lot of experience with adventures like this. Or with different planes. What if she's in the Twilight Chasm? You need to level up before you stand a chance against the true nightmares.
Shit, when did there become a level up system here?
I don't know. Maybe we can get another quest from the farmers. Their fields must have taken a lot of damage. Archie needs cheering up too. Don't patronize me. I simply don't think you're ready for this one. Why are you being like this? You always say I should get out of my comfort zone. You encourage me to change, to grow stronger and braver. And now that I do, it's suddenly wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying the timing isn't right. And why do you get to decide what my timing is? Why should I leave my comfort zone, but once something is out of yours, it's a mistake? Things aren't that simple. I know. I've lived for over 100 years. I know what things aren't simple. I also know that they don't change by pretending they aren't there, or by pretending they're not missing. Think what you might. The quest hasn't been put up yet, so it cannot be taken. I don't need some sheet of parchment to find her. Just make me a drink.
Think about this.
You might damn both of you this way. You're going to look for someone no one has seen in several days after a giant disaster. She could be anywhere, including in a realm of nightmares you know nothing about. You've never even encountered bleak stalkers, and they'd be the least of your worries there. There are adventurers who have been faced things worse than this, who will have a much higher chance of bringing her back safely along with themselves. Is this your way of saying you won't make me a drink? Just let it go. Let someone else handle it. So they get hurt instead of me? That's not what I said. But it's what you meant. You don't know what's awaiting you out there, but you do.
Please just stay. Never admit that we don't know something.
Right? You can't keep me here forever. Why not? Because I've made up my mind, and I made up mine. I'm not giving you the quest. I'm not making you a drink. Okay? I don't need a drink. Don't be ridiculous. Going on an adventure without my help is reckless at best, foolish at worst. I'm not going to sit around and wait while other people suffer, not if I have a chance to help them. I'm not like you. You're right. You're not. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into. I know I'm going to find Melina. I don't care what it takes. And I'm not going to let anyone stop me. Not even you. Fable...
Maybe I should have been more honest.
For all, they've always been honest with me. I just explained everything to them. And now they're going to run towards their doom just because I can't. No, I don't want to think about that. Not sure what to do with those rumors now. Guess I'll just hang on to them. Well, I better close up for the day. We have so much. Alright.
Damn it, keep being a bitch, and Fable is being a badass. Fable's trying to impress her love. Hey, look, it's the S things.
Yeah, they've been there. Okay. Okay. Undead. Undead. Oh, there's another. There we go. Undead. No?
You moved one.
Ah. The vegan dead. The Pale Woods and its surrounding areas have been plagued by undead lately. First undead snails scavenging crops, then humanoid cadavers gnawing away at the forest itself. The local plants can't catch a break. No one knows why they suddenly hunger for the local flora. Some brave adventurers probably experienced with the examinate should look into this.
Wow, only just the one?
I guess so. sure to save.
The pen and the sword. Alright, now it's my turn to take the lead. And by that I mean let's save. Alright. And we said we're gonna stop it around here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright. So this is where we're stopping. Let's see who we can go bother.
Oh, there's a joke in there with the pen and the sword. Night. Going is streaming.
Okay.
Don't do anything stupid.
Like, we have Zenless Zone 0, Resident Evil 2, or Dark Souls Remastered. It's kind of what I'm feeling here. What are we thinking? Make it quick. Alright. We're gonna go to Takita, somebody we found while watching Simon bash his head in Dark Souls. So should be fun. So let's go there and see how they're faring. So until next time, good night and goodbye, everybody.